Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about something a little more sensitive, but it's very current for me and it's something that I kind of want to explore, I guess, in my everyday life. Like, I do have some people I can talk about the situation with, but I think talking to you guys about it might help me rationalize my own thoughts, like, as I talk, I guess, basically. So, a couple of days ago, I had my long awaited screening, like neurodivergency screening. Something about me is like for the past couple of years, I've been building up to this, if I'm honest. When I started uni, I had quite a difficult time. Like, I became quite like depressed and everything, and I kind of realized when I was being put in like very unique social situations that I definitely wasn't, I guess, normal. Since I was young, like really young, I've always kind of clocked that I was a bit different from other people. But when I was in like sixth form, for example, I kind of was able to, I guess, forget about it a bit, like to a certain extent. I think it's because I was so comfortable in that school. I'd been there for like 7 years and I had my friends and like very structured way of being. So I think I don't really have to think about me feeling different. It would dawn on me sometimes, but it wasn't something that was at the forefront of my mind. What I did deal with more in sixth form was like having some traits like lack of time management, lack of organisation, etc. But I never thought much of it. So I came to uni and it was fine at first, but then I just started struggling a lot. Like even through my mental health has been as bad as it's been at uni, and organisation was gone. And like I realised in certain situations, like socially, I was a bit different from other people. So yeah. So when I came into second year, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to like the counselling on campus. And sorry, I'm whispering, by the way, I'm in uni and I just don't know. I'm in a bit of a, I'm not gonna expose my social situation, but I'm in a bit of a weird spot, so I don't want to be talking too loud because I don't want all my flatmates to hear me. Anyways, yeah, I came to second year and I was like, okay, we need to make a change. So I went to the wellbeing team on campus and I started counselling, and that was really important for me because I'd always been one of those people that can never really verbalise their feelings, which is why this video is so weird for me to make. I'd never verbalised my feelings at all prior to uni. I made some like quite good friends in the first year, who I was able to open up to, and then in second year was the first time I guess I got help, which was through the counselling. Through the counselling, I basically got referred to the disability team on campus to get like a neurodivergency screening, and then they recommended me to go get screened by like a psychiatrist. So I booked that appointment in like 6 months ago. I've been building up to it until now. And even though I was one of those people that like was very like open with the fact that I thought it could be autism, and with that screening they said they thought it could be ADHD, I thought I was quite open to the idea, basically. But when I got tested and he was like, yeah, like you have autism and ADHD, autism level 1, I was like, you know what I mean? Like, it was weird because I thought because I'd kind of come to terms with the fact that it probably is there, I'd feel like super like, oh yeah, brushed up when I got told. But like when I got told, it was still like a shock. I was still able to actually, you know what I mean? And having both is an experience. It's something. It's definitely something. But I think it's very timely because I'm already like I'm going through a bit of a social blip, let's say, at uni, and it's basically been caused by an issue that I've kind of been dealing with in my life, which is I don't feel very understood, which like I think I know the love languages are like words of affirmation, love, physical touch, all the different love languages. I think my love language is being understood. That's not a love language, but if there was one, that would be mine. Feeling understood, because I've not felt understood very much in my life. Like, I've got a few friends that really understand me, my sister, like, I've got people, but on a wider scale, I have felt quite misunderstood, particularly in this current social situation I'm facing. And I think the issue is that I'm not just being misunderstood, but also my like intentions are being misunderstood. So I'm maybe saying something and I might come across wrong, but certain people assume I have malintent, or like I'm trying to hurt them, or like I'm trying to do these different things when I'm really not. And I find it quite difficult because in my current social situation, people don't really communicate at all. And for me, I'd say the way that my autism shows up in social situations, I need clarity. I need everything to be very clear. I have to be able to have a conversation like where you lay out what's wrong, and then I can say my side, and we can either come to a conclusion or not. And I've been dealing with a lot of people that don't communicate. Instead, they like ignore me to my face, like that type of thing, or just like act off with me as their like way of showing they're annoyed. But I can't pick up on social cues as well. Like I can't pick up on why someone might be upset as obviously as other people can, particularly because even if I can pick up, okay, this person's upset, I'm not always able to like note back to what I've done that they might be upset about. And so in this situation where like I'm like being aired as a result of whatever drama there is, I'm like, I don't know what to do, because like unless I have very clear communication, I don't understand what's going on. But what I found is that people will take offense to that. Like people take offense to you not knowing what you've done wrong, because it's like, ugh, like how could they not be self-aware enough to know that's wrong? But for me, it's like literal autism. Like I actually don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on. But people perceive it as rude. And being perceived as rude and being perceived as wanting to cause harm, when that's very against my sense of self, and the people close to me would never perceive me in that way, has like, it's tricky. Because I think I have a strong, especially now, like I'm a bit older, I guess, like I've got this quite a strong sense of self. I think I can understand when what someone's saying is not actually aligning with who I am. So you can't really, it's also just being a middle child, you can't really guilt trip me into feeling things, if you know what I mean. Like if you're like making a big deal and I've told you time and time again I mean it that way, you're not going to guilt trip me into it, do you know what I mean? But being perceived in a way that's like negative, or like people think you have all this like bad like intent, kind of does a number on you. Like it makes you feel quite bad. Like, and I'm not at all victimizing myself. One thing I'll never do is victimize myself. Like if anything, like that's a problem. I don't ever victimize. Like I don't ever feel like the victim. But it's just been very weird. Like people think I'm like kind of out to get them, and I'm not. And I just feel like if they ask me about it, like they would realize I'm not. But then it's another problem I found, which now I've been diagnosed as making sense. I have, like, you probably can tell from this video, quite a monotonous voice. I don't really show that much emotion on my face as well. And that seems to have got me in a bit of trouble. I find, like, in like career situations, professional situations, and networking, I'm better because I make a effort, I guess, to, like, mask. And, like, I make sure I have a big smile, and I'll keep an eye on the eye contact. It's very uncomfortable for me, but, like, I'm aware of these things I'm meant to be doing. Whereas, like, if I'm with my friends, or it's not my friends that would even be mad at me about this. So there's people that misunderstand me. Basically, when I'm not in those sort of professional situations where I'm actively putting a smile on my face, stuff like that, I'm going to be just normal me, and I think I should be allowed to be me. And me is, I'm not necessarily the most animated person, but if I say I'm happy, I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? And if I, like, me having a great time might be me doing this, but I'm still having a great time. And also, if you ask me about a situation and I respond yes in a monotonous voice, maybe I sound disinterested, like 9 times out of 10 I'm just being honest. Like, it's just how I speak. But people perceive that as emotionless and disingenuous, which is really hard for me, because it's like, you don't believe me. And then I get frustrated. Yeah, like I can get asked about a situation, or did you do this to intend to hurt me? I'll say, no, I didn't. And like, because of the way I talk, I guess, people don't, like, they think, oh, she's lying to my face. She don't give a fuck. Like, she doesn't care. It's just like not true. It's true. It's like actually not true. I'm like actually being honest. And so I found myself apologising a lot for things I shouldn't even be apologising for. Let me not get mad, but things I shouldn't be apologising for. I've had to apologise time and time again because people don't believe me. And it's apparently my problem that people don't believe me. And it's my problem that people don't understand me. Like, it all kind of falls back on me, because like, they misunderstand me. I have to now be like trying to decode my language, which obviously pre-diagnosis was really difficult because it was like, am I not speaking the same way as you? Am I not speaking the same language as you? Now I know, like, okay, no, my brain does function differently, which, I mean, gives some clarity on the situation. But I think this, like, last friendship thing I've gone through has kind of traumatized me. Always kind of traumatized me because the way I was misunderstood to, like, the highest extent, and the way, like, I was portrayed or characterized as, like, a bad person or, like, a rude person. I'm not gonna cry. Why am I getting weird? I'm not a crier, by the way, so I don't know why my voice is wavering at all. But, like, being characterized as a rude person, it's kind of, like, gone out of hand with this whole thing. But, like, and no one's, like, really communicating clearly. I find myself feeling very, like, overwhelmed and confused and irritated. I have a very strong sense of justice as well, so I'm, like, annoyed because I think it's rude to ignore someone. So then I'm getting irritated and getting, like, myself worked up. But, like, the truth of the matter is you can't control how people perceive you. And, like, I get you can't control that, but, like, it doesn't mean it's not hard. Because it's, like, it's one thing for you to not understand me, it's another thing for you to characterize me as, like, a rude person, which is, like, not what I am. None of my friends would call me that. It's people that, like, either, I think, they don't really want to like me, or they take too much offense to, like, my lack of, because I don't package all my words or my sentiments with a big smile and a really high voice on my days, because I don't talk like that. I talk like this. I think I don't, like, necessarily give people the amount of reassurance, like, within my, is semantics the right word? But within my body language, within my vocal tone, etc. I think I've given people enough reassurance, if that makes sense. Like, I can say, oh my days, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but it's not, like, reassuring enough because it's not packaged up and served with a bow. But anyways, I am now realizing, now being diagnosed, that this is just going to be something I have to deal with. I think, even though I kind of thought I probably would have it, I guess, like, a part of me thought, like, if I didn't have it, then maybe, for example, I mean, this situation is not my fault, they've misunderstood me, but, like, for example, this situation, I could be like, oh, it's just, like, a blip, like, that's, like, I'm trying to make sense. Like, if I wasn't autistic, it'd be like, okay, this is just this is just a couple people misunderstanding me, but it's not, like, necessarily going to be a pattern for my life, which I'm not saying it is, but now I know it's, like, actually, I think differently. Like, I am different on, like, a chemical level. I'm, like, scared. I'm scared for the future, and I'm scared that, like, that feeling of not feeling it is never going to go away. Because, like, I used to feel it before, but I tell myself, like, oh, it's adolescence and all different things, like, oh, it's puberty, which is, like, true. Or, like, I'm in my awkward teen phase, that's what I used to tell myself. But knowing that feeling of, like, not quite fitting in isn't, like, a thing I'm going to grow out of. It's, like, me. It is a hard pill to swallow, because it means that feeling might never go away. So, like, I don't know. Like, the ADHD thing, like, it was good to get diagnosed with that because, like, it was, like, quite blindingly obvious. I'll be able to get the support academically that I need, and also, you know, I can get on medication to be able to help myself, because I've got combined type. I didn't mention it, but I've got combined type, so it's, like, both sides of things, but the inattentive is probably the part that's bothering my life the most. So I can get medicated and, like, have, like, actionable things. If I'm honest, the autism is the part that stresses me out more. There's, like, an actual, like, social difference. Like, it can't be, like, medicate. I'm not saying I want to be, like, medicate for autism. That doesn't make any sense. But, like, ADHD is, like, okay, I've got a clear thing I can solve the problem with. But this is, like, I'm not going to be able to make people understand. Like, I mean, unless they want to be around. I guess, I don't know. I guess it's a good thing. Because these people that have been, like, misunderstanding me and being really rude and everything, like, they're not really people I want to be around anyways. And they're people that, like, cause a lot of pain and don't really care. And I've been able to, not really by my own choice, but, you know, avoid that, I guess. So in some ways it's good, because it means I'm only attracting people that really like me for me, because people that take the time to get to know me and understand me and not like get offended by my being, I get that they've been great people. I just don't like guys, I don't know, like I actually just don't know. Like one of the people that like I kind of fell out with, like her whole thing is basically she doesn't understand why I do the things I do, or like she feels like I do the things I do to disrespect her, which like hasn't even crossed my mind ever. Like I don't do anything to spite her, I don't do anything specifically towards her. I don't think I was doing anything towards her, but the way I act for some reason really offensive to her. I just don't know what to do. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's okay. Like, it's what it is, and it's who I am. My phone's running out of storage, so I need to wrap this up. But basically, I think with time I'll get used to it, right? It's fresh, it's new news, but in the words of Scissor, I just kind of wish I was a normal girl. I don't want to not be able to make small talk. I don't want people to look at me and think I'm rude or weird. I don't want these things. Like, I want to be able to just do what I need to do, but this is who I am. Like, 5 stages of grief, dude. Like, first stage is acceptance, and I still love myself, even if other people don't. On my days, I just, yeah, I, I'm autistic. I have ADHD. I'm neurodivergent. Like it's just the truth. It's the matter of things, and the good news is now I'm diagnosed. I can support myself, but I just wish I could understand the world a bit better, and I wish the world could understand me a bit better. But I'm gonna stop being sad about things, and I will see you guys in the next video with a bit more of an upbeat one. I'm gonna try and do like a movie commentary because I'm just in a bit of a bad mood, and I want to be in a better mood, but I just don't really know how to film the show without getting copyrighted. So if I figure it out, I'll let you know. If I don't, that won't be the next video then. That's also why the May thing never came out, by the way, because I was getting diagnosed with autism. But I'll do my May favourites instead of what I'm bringing to May, because obviously it's past the half point. But I hope you have a great day. Stay kind to yourself, and thank you for like 30 aliens. I love that. See you in the next one, and bye.